Welcome back, class. So last week we worked on locomotor movements, okay? So we worked on hopping, jumping, skipping, and galloping. So this week we're actually going to work on a few more of these locomotor movements, but as always, before we do that, let's go ahead and warm up and get some stretches in. All right, let's start with jogging in place. We always want to make sure that we get our body nice and warm and stretched before we do any of our major exercises today, okay? So let's go ahead and just do a nice light jog. And we're going to even go back to one of the first exercises we learned, which are jumping jacks, all right? So remember, arms by our side, feet together, and jump out and in, out and in. Then you put it together and this is what it looks like. Great job. All right, keep jogging now. Very good. All right, so last week we learned how to hop on one foot because that's what hopping is. So let's practice that just on one foot. Good job, balancing on that one foot. And switch. All right. Very good. Now we're jogging in place again. Awesome. All right, last week, once again, we learned how to jump, and we know that jumping is with 2 feet together at the same time, but we want to land softly. So let's go ahead and do a jump, arms back, jump forward, arms back, jump to the side, arms back, jump back, and arms back, jump to the side. Good job. Back to jogging. All right. Another locomotor movement we learned last week is skipping. Now let's remember, when we skip, it is a step hop, step hop, step hop, okay? So it looks like this. You step hop, 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 step hop. All right, remember skipping. Very good. All right, our last one from last week was galloping. Now remember, whenever we gallop, it is a step and slide. One foot stays in front, step, and the other foot slides forward and meets it. Step and slide. All right, so this is what it looks like. Step and slide, step and slide. So one foot stays in front, the other foot follows it. All right, and then we can switch. This foot is now in front. Step and slide. Very nice. All right, and we're jogging and stop. All right, go ahead and get a quick drink of water because we always want to stay hydrated. All right, now let's get some stretching in. So start with your feet together and we're gonna breathe in, arms up, and breathe out. Arms down. Breathe in, breathe out. Again, breathe in, breathe out. All right, let's release that tension in our shoulders, just like last week. Like we said, we have a lot of tension hanging out right back here. We want to kind of release that tension. It's from sitting in front of a computer all day. So that's the nice thing about PE and being physically active is that you get to try to loosen up your muscles, stay healthy, and it's a nice change of pace from just sitting down and working. All right, now let's do some arm circles. We're gonna alternate, do one arm and the other. It's kind of like we're doing the backstroke if we were swimming. I know, I wish I was swimming right now. Very nice. Let's reverse. Let's go forward now. Now it's like we are doing the forward stroke in swimming. Very good. There you go. And stop. All right. This time we're going to spread our feet apart. And we're going to slowly start reaching for the ground. Let me show you what this looks like. Spread your feet apart and you're going to slowly try and touch the floor. You don't have to touch the floor. It's okay if you can't. But we're just trying to stretch and try and get all these muscles in the back of our legs nice and flexible. So breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Last one, breathe in, breathe out. Very nice. For this next stretch, let's go ahead and sit on the ground. Now, I think I've mentioned this before, but this next stretch is my absolute favorite. It is called the butterfly stretch. Okay, when we do the butterfly stretch, you want to put the bottom of your feet together. You're going to hold the bottom of your feet with your hands. And what you want to do is you want to lean forward a little bit and feel that stretch in your lower back. You're going to feel it in your hips. And you can even get your little butterfly wings flapping. That is perfectly fine. Very nice. Like I said, this is my favorite stretch. I think it feels the best. Very nice. All right. Now we are going to move on to our exercises. So go ahead and stand up. If you need a drink of water again, go ahead and grab one. All right, so last week we talked about 4 different locomotor movements. We talked about hopping, jumping, skipping, and galloping. Now, there are many other locomotor movements as well, so we're going to learn some of the others today. One of the other locomotor movements is something you do every single day. It is walking, all right? So when you walk, you can walk over here, you can walk over there. If anything, you can try and create a little obstacle course. Walk this way, maybe walk that way. You can change your path. You can walk in a straight line, okay? You can walk in a circle. All right, so that's a curved line. Good job. And then you can also walk in a zigzag. Oh. So zigzag, it zigs and it zags. All right, so that is one of our other locomotor movements, is walking. So try to walk as much as you can every day and get those steps in, okay? All right, another locomotor movement we're working on today. So we know walking. Another one, running. Who would have thought? So running, we did that already. We jogged in place. You can run really fast. You can jog really slow. You can jog in a circle. You can jog in a straight line. You can jog in a zigzag. All right, just like before. So walking and jogging are both locomotor movements. So now let's get into some other ones. So another locomotor movement, and it's the same as one we've already done. It's walking, but this one's a little different. This is called walking backwards. Now, you can't just walk backwards anywhere you want because chances are you might bump into something. So here's the thing. When you walk backwards, you always need to look over your shoulder so you can make sure that you don't bump into anybody or anything, okay? So you go look over your shoulder and you walk backwards. You can change your direction, but when you walk backwards, like I said, you want to look over your shoulder at all times, just so you can know where you are going. All right, so we know walking, running, and walking backwards are all locomotor movements. So now let's move on to the next one. This next one is called sliding. When you slide, you are going to be taking a step sideways and bring your foot together. Once again, you step sideways and you bring your feet together. All right, step sideways, bring your feet together. Step sideways, bring your feet together. So sliding is done like that. Now another way to do sliding is with your knees bent, and this can give you a little bit of a workout while you're doing it. And so you can slide and do a side step, okay? Do you see how that works? And so when we slide, we can change our direction. We can go this way now, but we're bending our knees and keeping our back straight, trying to get a nice little workout in. So sliding is stepping sideways, okay? So we have walking, we have running, we have walking backwards, and we are sliding. Very good. We have one more we're gonna work on today. So this next one is called a leap. So when you do a leap or leaping, it is a lot like a hop and a jump, but it's a little different. So this is what it is. So first off, let's remind ourselves, hopping is on one foot. You jump off one foot, you land on the same foot. Okay, jumping is 2 feet. You jump with 2 feet, you land on 2 feet. Now leaping is actually where you're going to jump off one foot and land on the other. Okay, so leaping, you always start by jumping off one foot, but it's the other foot that lands. Okay, so let's try that. Let's see, we're gonna jump off this foot and land on that foot. Now let's try it on this foot. We're gonna jump off this foot and land on this foot. Now remember, you always wanna land softly to be good to your knees, okay? So let's try that. Let's leap around the room, all right? So once again, you jump off one foot, land on the other. Jump off one foot, land on the other. Jump off one foot, land on the other, all right? So, like I said, we worked on walking today. We worked on running today. And we worked on our walking backwards today. And we worked on sliding today. All right. And then we worked on leaping today. Very good job today, class. You all are amazing and have a wonderful day.